What up, what up? Hey, my name is Kayla. I'm coming at you with some spiritual lessons from Spiritually Divided Marriage because God has been so rich in mercy and wisdom, and I'm just wanting to share for the sake of my own remembrance and the encouragement of others who may find themselves in that position right now. So, the first topic I wanted to bring up is clarity. And the scripture I'm coming from is 1 John chapter 1, verses 5 through 10. And if you can pause the video and take a few moments to read that, that'd be great. And so maybe you've landed in a marriage that you were convinced was a Christ-centered one, but you find your spouse does not participate in any spiritual activities at home. Or maybe you landed in a marriage with very little premarital counseling, but you said you were Christians, but your spouse does not want to go to marriage counseling ongoing. Or maybe you married somebody who did not share the same Bible faith that you learned, and you just hope that they would jump on the spiritual track at some point. Whatever the backstory is to the marriages, I found that it is so crucial for us to meditate and apply on the principles of 1 John personally, being sure and more sure that we are Christians by God's standards, and being sure that the truth is going to safeguard us emotionally and mentally for the upcoming battles that we will face. Now, we will battle from the right foundation. This was the most important thing of all time in our lives. And so when we are established in the truth and we know of God's standard well, the same test still applies to our spouse. So maybe we gently bring up the 1 John principles to our spouse, and number one, they ignore it completely or just very apathetic about it. Or number two, they get really angry, they shut you out every time. Or maybe number three, they feel bad about not matching up, but they continue to walk contrary. And all these things happen repeatedly over time. The high potential is they just could plainly be an unbeliever. And having the clarity of that is so helpful because we can reorient ourselves and shift our expectations and focus on God's power and purpose in the situation, becoming more of a better witness to our spouse and seeing God chisel and break apart the idols that are in our hearts that we did not know about before. And so I just wanted to end with that right now. That's my first piece to share. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments or whatever resources have blessed you in the struggle, and thanks for listening.